It's about who gets to walk through it and who does not. From ancient priesthoods to modern tech platforms, keys have represented more than access. They represent power structures. Who gets access? Who holds authority? Who is locked out? In this video, we'll explore how keys have been used as energetic devices, psychological tools, ritual instruments, and symbolic markers of control. We'll examine their use across ancient religions, elite architecture, stage performance, mind control, and digital life. And by the end of this lesson, you will see why key symbolism is not just historical. It is actively operational in your daily life. Let's start in the ancient world. In Babylon, priests were considered keepers of divine gates. Temples had inner sanctuaries, locked chambers only certain initiates could enter. These chambers often held sacred scrolls, relics, or altars. The key was not just practical, it was spiritual. To hold the key was to be granted divine trust. In ancient Egypt, the Ankh, the symbol of life, functioned not only as a spiritual diagram, but also as a symbolic key. It was held by gods and pharaohs as a mark of access to the afterlife and hidden knowledge. The gods are often shown handing the Ankh to the initiate, symbolizing access to divine power. In Greek temples, especially those dedicated to Artemis or Demeter, key-bearing priestesses were central. These women were known as kleidouchos, literally, key holders. They were the only ones allowed to open the inner sanctums. The key was worn visibly, often on the belt, as a sign of spiritual authority. In Roman society, keys were often associated with Janus, the god of transitions, gates, and beginnings. Janus had two faces, one looking forward and one backward, and he was said to open the year. His temple in Rome was locked in peacetime and opened in war. Again, the key became an indicator of collective fate. In Christianity, this symbolism evolved further. St. Peter is given the keys to the kingdom of heaven by Christ. This is not just about spiritual status. It's about gatekeeping the afterlife. The Vatican seal itself features two keys, one gold and one silver, crossed beneath the papal tiara. These keys symbolize authority over heaven and earth. They are ritual objects, not decorations. When the Pope wears garments with these keys embroidered, he is wearing a symbolic seal of access control over salvation itself. This same pattern shows up in Freemasonry. High-ranking initiates are often said to possess the Key of Solomon, referencing esoteric knowledge encoded in grimoires like the Lesser Key of Solomon. Masonic temples incorporate key motifs in their architecture, on arches, vaults, or ceremonial items. The initiate is symbolically locked out of higher knowledge until a degree is conferred. Once initiated, the key appears, sometimes literally handed over, sometimes symbolized in speech. The lock represents secrecy. The key represents earned access. In crowning ceremonies and monarchic traditions, keys are also central. In medieval Europe, kings were often handed keys to the kingdom as part of the coronation ritual. These keys were not functional. They were symbolic acts of transference. The monarch receives the authority to open or close the gates of power.